This is how we start the podcast normally, Jacob.
What do you mean?
We start it by talking in a weird tone until we get a little more zest in our step.
Zesty boy.
A zesty boy, huh?
Nothing.
A zesty boy starts a podcast.
I think I just threw up an angel. That's what that sounded like.
One more time?
That one wasn't as good. I was put on the spot.
That was kind of more of a projectile angel.
There we go. Got up there.
Got up there.
Climbed up to the 17,000th floor.
In heaven, of course.
Of course. Where the highest of angels
Or the
roam.
buffalo roam. Huh?
And what's the other part to that? Buffalo roam. And the cows lay. I don't know.
That's it. And here's the intro music. May I start this episode off by saying we are currently on the pop-off.
Popping off.
On the Instagram.
Popping off, mate.
Maybe we'll switch it up and say follow us on Instagram right in the beginning.
Yeah, hop on the wave.
You can follow us on Instagram at OFOF Podcast, starting it off.
Of underscore podcast.
You can follow us on Instagram.
At of underscore podcast. We are most active on Instagram, so please come join the Instagram train.
Choo-choo.
If you will.
And I'm glad we started off with that because you don't even know who we are yet. And I'll start off by saying my name is Hunter.
And my name is Jacob.
And this is the Only Friends on Friday podcast.
Podcast about everything creepy and crawly and scary and spooky. And we make fun of it all.
We make fun of it. Every scary little creepy bump boop-a-la-doop in the night.
So if you like being scared and you like laughing, we are for you. We're your boys, if you will.
Yes, you will love this podcast if you like to be frightened, but also tickled on the.
I was gonna say that, dear God.
Yes.
I was hoping to correct whatever you said with that, but you said it.
God,
you sly dog.
Silly little mind link we got going on, huh?
You sly dog. I was literally getting ready to say and tickled, but you said it.
I said it, dude.
You said it.
Hey, Jacob.
Yes, Hunter.
Today is a good day.
It's a good day.
It's a Friday.
Of course.
And we can be friends legally today.
Yeah. I just made eye contact with you for way too long.
Yeah, please stop. Stop that.
God.
Stop that this instant.
I'm sorry. I will look at my hands.
And this is the part of the podcast. Look at those big boy hands.
Big muffin holders.
Look at those muffin graspers.
Okay, you're just taking words out of my mouth today. I don't like it.
How about this? Look at those English muffin scoopers.
Okay, we're gonna get to a point where we both just say the same things at the same time the whole podcast, and it's just gonna sound like one person. One person. Exactly, just like that the whole time.
Do you know what today is, my good and faithful friend, on Friday?
What day is it, Captain?
It is October 4.
Octopus 4.
Octo 4.
Okay, so 8-4. Let's get very scientific here.
Okay, I got this. Sympleopod? Nope. What is an octopus?
Octopus?
No, it's a sympleopod.
It's a squid brother.
I think that's the scientific term, is a sympleopod.
No, I think the scientific term is a squid brother.
Squid bros.
Squid bros for life.
Dude, I think you're right. And it's related to the giant squid, which is the squid father. Like the godfather.
The squid daddy, if you will.
Oh, squid
He's
daddy.
got the best tentacles.
So, if you guys are bored, you can go to squiddaddy.com. Just
and
kidding.
you will see some crazy things.
Crazy tentacle things. October 4th. It's National Taco Day. Whoa.
And it's not even a Tuesday.
It's not even a Tuesday. It's a Friday.
Who scheduled this?
Who would schedule National Taco Day not on a Tuesday? Taco Tuesday.
I mean, granted, I'm sure it is on a Tuesday every once in a while.
Maybe.
Every 7th year, approximately.
You do good math, not going to fact check you. So you're probably right.
Yeah, don't, please.
It's probably the day, I'm not even going to look at and see what it is, but it's probably the day you just smack and dank on tacos for hours and hours.
Dude, I haven't had Taco Bell in so long.
Oh, I didn't even think about Taco Bell. I was thinking about some homemade enchilada tacos or soft hard chalupa style homemade. But But we can smack some Locos Tacos
Dude,
if you wanted to.
you're killing me.
Do you like golf?
I don't dislike it.
I said, do you like golf?
I don't dislike it, Captain.
It's National Golf Lovers Day.
I mean, I go to the good old, what is that place called that we went to that one time? Top Golf.
Oh, I thought you were going to say Congo River.
Either or. If you want to be a long boy, you go to Top Golf. You want to be a short, precise boy, you go to Congo River.
You're talking about shooting, in the form of shooting.
Which is a putt-putt place. Congo River.
Not a height thing.
Not a height thing or a growth factor.
Okay.
Mobile.
I wouldn't call myself a golf lover. I
Okay.
do enjoy the fine, sophisticated sport, though.
Okay, fair enough.
Jacob, do you, I know you're technically not of age, but do you enjoy vodka?
I wouldn't know.
You wouldn't know,
I've
of course.
I've never,
Because you're a minor.
I'm a minor league boy. Uh-huh.
You are a minor league, Congo River golfer.
Exactly.
But it's National Vodka Day.
Okay.
And that's the day you just it's National Vodka Day, and that's the day you just drink your favorite flavored vodka in some kind of mixed drink.
I wouldn't know.
Vodka tonic, vodka and cranberry, vodka and pineapple.
Pineapple.
It's National Manufacturing Day.
As in what?
As in you just make shit.
Oh, yeah?
You manufacture the hell out of it.
Dude.
Like apples.
So aren't we a manufacturer now we're making this podcast?
We manufacture this podcast
Dude,
every
nice.
week.
It's a day celebrating us for once.
And I'm gonna let my body do the talking on this next one, Jacob. Guess what today is?
And Cha-Cha Day? I don't know what you're doing.
me,
Shoulder rolling? Dancer Day. I don't know what... Smacking Day?
It's National Body Language Day.
Oh, you were doing dance moves.
I was suggesting that it was National Body Language Day with my bod.
If you think so, that looked like a variety of different dance moves and
I
styles.
was doing the chimichanga dance move.
And then you proceeded to, I don't even know what to call that.
I called it the bring forward and tway away hand
Okay.
gestures.
Okay.
Hey, hey, Jake Dilliumptious?
Yes, Hunker Boy?
Dude, thank you for these good nicknames we made.
Hunker Boy.
It's like a bunker boy who hides in a bunker for bombs.
Yeah, but he's a hunker.
But I'm a hunker because I'm a big, hefty man.
Sorry to interrupt, but we're getting hella followers.
Are we?
Yeah. The Aussie boys are waking up.
Hello, good morning, Aussie boys.
Goodness gracious.
Dear God, we're gonna hit 1,300 followers
Tonight, yeah.
And do you know what also today is?
What's today also?
Hold on, let me think of a good one. Jumping Jake?
Hiding Hunter?
Oh, hiding go hunter.
Hide and go hunt her.
Ooh.
So you're chasing a female. Don't do that.
No, don't do that.
Don't chase these hoes.
Oh.
They'll come right to you. You see?
Oh, are you giving me
So
advice?
it's more like hide and go punt her, you know?
Oh, kick her to the curb.
Get out of here.
Kick her through the gate.
Through the gate.
The
and
giant
off.
field gate.
Yes.
What if a field goal was like a gate, and if you flew through it, you just won life?
What?
Yeah.
What are you saying?
It's like, has anyone tried to jump through a field goal?
I'm sure.
Dude, there's no way.
People can, like, pull themselves up and then, like...
Because I would
follow the
imagine
other
that it's
side.
almost like another portal to a different football verse.
A field goal. Talking about the uprights. That's what that is.
Is that what it's called?
Uh-huh. The yellow boys. Is that what you're talking about?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Those are called uprights.
Dude, that's called a fucking field goal.
Okay.
Right?
I mean, yeah, that's what it's called when you score
Oh.
via splitting the
It's called a
uprights.
football. I think it's called the football gate.
The football
Do you
gate.
know what today also is?
What today also is
It's Mothman Day.
Mothman Day, or did I hear you say a distorted version of Clothman Day?
It's Clothman Day.
Like the man of many cloths.
It's the guy in San Fran. He collects multi-fabric cloths.
He's the man with a plethora of cloths.
And he wears them like loincloths.
Okay.
He's
just draped in many cloths.
San Fran Tarzan. Is what they
He's
call
the
him.
man. You know it.
No, Jacob, I did not say cloth man. I said Mothman.
Mothman. That was a deep boy.
Dude, that was nice. Gave me some.
Get down there. Yes, sir.
That sounded like a strenuous.
That sounded like a
lung
stroke.
attack.
Sounded like a stroke in real time. Welcome to the OFOF stroke experience.
Get your stroke
God.
here, huh?
Don't you dare stroke. No stroking.
Don't stroke.
Only stroking we allow is backstroking. I don't know how you're listening to us while you're backstroking.
Maybe the new waterproof AirPods.
Or is your back choking? I don't know. Ooh, they are waterproof, aren't they?
Or maybe they're just back soaking.
So the Mothman, huh?
Yeah. Jacob, just
the Moth Boy.
Before we even start, what do you think the Mothman is or was or are?
I think the Mothman is a peculiar, nervous, nerdy boy
Ooh, nerdy.
that just has a collection of many moths in his mother's home. I believe he has a whole moth room where he has, again, I'm going to use this word once again, a plethora of moths pinned to the walls, in cages, on display. Lights everywhere for his friendly boys.
Moth cages, huh?
Moth cages, nets, if you will. The ones that you keep those butterflies you grow in. You know? The ones that you
Do you remember on TV?
Yes, the little cocoons
Cocoon and chrysalises that you could just make at home science experiment butterfly moths.
Fun fact about Jacob, one time I got an ant farm. I was so hype.
Yeah.
So you get the ant farm first and they send you the ants via mail. So it's a really weird thing. So then I put the ants into the enclosure, if you will. They dug a little tunnel. They all died.
Oh, man.
So it's very depressing. I was like, I'm going to have my own little ant kingdom to just watch over. They dug a little. They all died. It was very depressing. I was like, welp. This is unfortunate.
I thought you were going to go somewhere with like, I got an ant farm, and then they sent me the enclosure, and then they sent me moth larvae.
And I was like, okay. And I put
Start digging.
Yeah.
They don't.
I put them in there, and they don't want to talk about it.
It's too sensitive, huh?
Way too soon. I was like 5 years old, but hey.
Hey.
14 years is not that long.
10 years ago was quite a while ago, huh?
Dude, 9. Come on, I'm not that old.
I'm not in the mind state to do that kind of math. How
14.
Okay.
14 years old.
Cool.
I'm 14. Welcome.
I'm a 23-year-old man, and I do a podcast with a 14-year-old.
Yeah.
Sick.
I'm 14, but I'll still kiss your mom. Don't get it twisted.
Don't get it twisted. Your mom loves them still.
Yeah.
God,
You can ask
God,
her.
your mom's a weirdo.
You know that weird thing that's on your mom's bed? Yep. I know about it. Don't worry about it.
He caused that stain, huh? Yes. In West Virginia.
Oh my god, dude. What a run that was.
We've been running this whole freaking 17 minutes.
I probably forgot what it was about by now.
Yeah.
The Mothman.
Yes. I'm just going to read a good old Wikipedia just to get you started.
A wiki whoa.
In West Virginia folklore, the Mothman is a creature reportedly seen in the Point Pleasant area from November 12, 1966 to December 15, 1967. The first newspaper reported was published in the Point Pleasant Register dated November 16, 1966.
That's my birthday.
1966?
November 16th.
Well,
Dude, sick.
You're the Mothman?
Don't tell anyone. We're waiting till the end.
Okay, sorry. I jumped the gun. Titled, Couples See Man-Sized Bird.
That's me.
Creature something. The national press soon picked up the reports and helped spread the story across the United States.
States of United.
It's got a lot of just facts over here. But the Mothman was introduced to a wider audience and later popularized, claiming that there were supernatural events related to the sightings in connection to collapse of the Silver Bridge. Mothman appears... What is that?
The Silver Bridge.
Yeah, dude.
There's a bridge that like fell, and I guess there's a picture. I don't remember if it was a picture of the bridge like collapsed or like right before, but you see this like moth boy just chilling.
Oh, you just see a moth boy on it?
I think he's either on top of it or underneath it or somewhere close to it. Yeah. Pretty crazy.
The Mothman appears in popular culture, the 2000 tomb.
Oh, the 2000 tomb.
Yeah, he lived in a tomb. The 2002 film, The Mothman Prophecies, were based on Keel's book and an annual...
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
dude.
what it's called.
Not necessary. It was basically, it was a festival they showed this film.
I remember watching the Mothman on Lost Tapes on Animal Planet.
I do too.
Do you?
Yes.
They
Lost
were like,
Tapes,
remember?
Cryptid Boys.
Do you remember the episode where they were trying to travel to some church and at night they were going through the woods on this trail, and he kept just terrorizing them boys?
I don't know if I remember that.
Lost Tapes, I would only watch it like in the morning, and it would still creep me out in the nighttime.
He was a frightened child, huh?
Exactly.
Wikipedia is not doing me justice today.
No, it's being a loser.
Being a good old
Anal bead?
rectal wipe. Yeah.
Okay, we went with the same insult.
body part.
Okay.
You want some Mothman facts, boya?
I would love some Mothman facts.
The Mothman is a winged man/creature that many believe to be real after reports began to surface its existence in Point Pleasant, West Virginia in 1966. A newspaper report in the Point Pleasant Register titled "Couples See Man-Sized Bird Creature Something" made the sightings regional folklore. The first sighting of the Mothman occurred November 12th, 1966, when grave diggers saw the creature flying low above the tree line. On November 15th, 1966, two different couples saw the creature and reported it to the police. And then, when the Silver Bridge collapsed on December 15th, 1967, killing 46 people, the Mothman and the bridge disaster became linked in folklore, giving rise to books and movies called the Mothman Prophecies.
Now, what is this place called where this man originates?
It's called Point Pleasant, West Virginia.
That just sounds like a place.
Sounds like a place that's not very pleasant.
No, it sounds like a very creepy place just by the name. I don't know if it's just by the name or the fact that this all happened, over 50 years ago. But it's just sounds creepy. You can just say Point Pleasant, West Virginia, or whatever you said.
Point Pleasant, West Virginia.
1966, and I'm be like, what went down there?
What happened there? That's a crazy sounding place. Some stuff probably happened. Some freaking crazy murder stuff happened there. Did he murder anyone? Yeah, maybe 46 people with his bridge bombing of his wings.
Whoa,
Bridge
bombing.
Sorry, I said too much.
Did he bomb it?
No, it doesn't say that. But he probably flapped those freaking his moth wings so hard it collapsed that boy.
I wouldn't put it past him. He's a strong boy.
He's a strong-winged fellow.
He really is. I know him personally.
Do you?
We'll get into this later, but yes.
It's you, isn't it? One theory. You want to know some crazy facts? This is fact time here. One theory was that the Mothman was really a sandhill crane.
Wow.
Just a bird.
What a thing to get twisted. That's a sand. We have those here.
We do.
How the hell does that look like a person?
How the hell does that look like a moth?
Or a man?
Sandhill cranes are a type of bird that can be almost as tall as a man, and it has reddish coloring around its eyes. The wingspan can reach 7 feet. Under the right circumstances, it might have appeared to look like the Mothman.
Under the right circumcisions.
Under the right circumcising.
Okay. Yeah.
Same thing. Your joke. Good funny.
Good
funny boy.
Good funny. That was a good funny.
That was a good funny boy.
That's offensive.
I mean, I guess, right? I mean, the red, maybe like a moth redness.
Yeah. No. I don't see it.
Others theorize that the Mothman was really a barred owl or an albino owl. Maybe like a white moth.
Maybe.
Albino owl, white moth.
I still don't see it.
I don't see how an owl can ever be the size of a man.
No, or look like a moth, ever.
Have you ever seen an albino owl?
Not in the wild, but moths and owls are very differently sized creatures.
Well, what I'm saying is if it's a Mothman, maybe it was a giant moth, medium-sized owl.
This is a theory that hasn't been explored.
And I'm ready to frickin' go Diego go this bitch.
Yeah? Okay. Bust it wide open.
Explore it.
Bust her wide open.
No, I said that to be funny. That's all I got. It's a frickin' moth boy.
Oh.
It's a moth-owl hybrid. Maybe it's not a moth or a man. Maybe it's just an owl moth. There were a number of hoaxes that followed the moth sightings.
Hoaxes.
Construction workers tied flashlights to balloons and tried to fool people after the original reports.
Dicks.
A bunch of guys. Construction worker. douches.
It's like, didn't fool anyone. Just like, what the hell is that balloon doing up there with flashlights on it?
And then freaking Johnny Hardhats. Oh my god, it's working. They think.
Oh my goodness, I can't do that accent, so I'm not even gonna try.
Hey.
Yeah.
Do it.
Do it. Just do it. Do not let your dreams be dreams.
Don't let your dreams die young.
Do it! The Mothman was seen during a period from November 1966 to December 1967, culminating in the collapse of the Silver Bridge, a disaster that is linked to the Mothman, which we said
4 times.
through superstition. There's a serious debate about whether the Mothman caused the bridge collapse or was merely a warning to people about it. Some believe the Mothman is connected to, or also known as, the Indrid Cold, a name for the Grinning Man.
The Grinning Man?
The Grinning Man.
That doesn't make sense. We're gonna freaking do an episode on Indrid the Grinning Man. But how do you get a man that smiles confused with a moth guy?
You don't.
You don't. You just don't be that dumb. You just don't be a stupid little silly boy. You don't do that.
A supernatural entity who grins at those who see him. The Grinning Man is believed to be an alien or alien species. Okay.
Save that for the Grinning Man episode. Damn it,
Yeah.
Jacob. Damn it,
Get
Jacob.
out of here. Get out of here. You're not the Grinning Man.
Control your word tongue.
Proximity to the Mothman causes confusion, extreme fear, and psychological distress that can last months and lead to death or insanity.
Oh my god, so you're telling me just in the mere proximity of this moth dude, you're gonna go crazy, fear, anxiety, death.
Now, it doesn't explain the cause of death, so do you have a theory about how you would die if you see him?
If you see him, your brain, so like when you're outside and then you turn the patio light on and then there's a bunch of moths by there and then a bunch of moths maybe fly towards you and you freak out. It's like that, but it feels like that's in your tongue. And then you just go crazy and then you choke on air moths.
Oh.
That's probably what it is.
Dude, that's interesting. It's very creative, very thoughtful. I was just gonna say your dick falls off, but hey, yours was better. The first known sighting... The first known sighting of the...
If you're a woman, your dick's gonna fall on the floor.
Yeah, your girl dick's gonna fall off.
Your girl dick.
Isn't that what it's called?
Yes, but, I'm sure they're not gonna expect it.
Yeah. Ladies, your girl dick's not freaking...
Indestructible like a man dick.
I was trying to say a bigger word than that, but yeah, it's not indestructible. You will face the same fate as a man dick. The first known sighting of the Mothman in November 1966 was witnessed by 5-minute ones. Wow, what were those 5 men doing all at the same time, eh? Over the next 13 months, more than 100 sightings took place with credible witnesses like couples, firefighters, and larger groups of people. Larger groups of people can lie, Don't trust these people.
Don't trust them, hoes.
Most people know about the Mothman because of the Mothman Prophecies, a book written by journalist and author John Keel, and later turned into a movie starring Richard Gere. The book and movie connect the Mothman to the townspeople of Point Pleasant having psychic abilities in the collapse of the Silver Bridge.
Oh, psychic? The Mothman has psychic abilities?
I think the people of freaking Point Pleasant
Ooh, psychic town.
Yeah, the townspeople of Point Pleasant having psychic abilities. Interesting. There was also an entire episode of Paranormal Witness dedicated to a couple who claimed to have had a terrifying encounter with the Mothman, aka get me on TV quickly, please, thanks. Since 2002, the town of Point Pleasant has celebrated a Mothman festival.
So a new town, Pleasant.
Yes. They changed their name to confuse the Mothman, and it must have worked.
You get him out of town, huh?
He said, Point Pleasant. Nice. No, sir, this is Point Pleasant. He said, dear Lord, I'm lost. Sorry, partner.
I guess I gotta fly north.
Fly north for the winter. Nope, Mothman, you got it wrong. That's why you're frozen.
But if you looked a little closer, you would have realized that there's some already people on the floor with their dicks off. Because you look
There's
at
some already people on the floor with Dickless Jane, if you will.
Dickless Jane, Dickless Jack, Dickless Joe, Dickless Jeffrey.
It
Only
sounds like
J's, huh?
if you
Only
say it,
J's, Mothman.
If you say it quick, it sounds like you're saying Nicholas. Dickless. Dickless.
My name is Dickless Johnson.
And I want to be president.
I approve this message.
On the third week of every September, there's a freaking Mothman festival. That just passed.
We just missed Mothman Festival. Damn.
Dude, we really should have recorded Mothman last week.
Yeah, honestly.
Dang it. That'd have been too good.
Look at us being little stupid guys. Have you had a real life encounter with the Mothman, Jacob?
I do know him.
Other than your dick falling off. That did happen, and I'm sorry, but I don't think that was because of him.
Dude, it's sewed back on. I just gotta pump it up every time I'm ready for action. I have a little pumper boy, you know, like a little, like that.
Yeah.
You know, and just ready to go.
Well, at least you're out here still thriving.
And still thriving and thrusting, you know. My mom's proud.
Oh my God. It's just like, your mom's proud.
Ask your mom about my thriving and thrusting. Thanks, audience. You don't have to. Don't do it.
A real life account of the Mothman kind of goes like this. I was enjoying an evening with my girlfriend and taking a well-deserved break.
Must be nice.
From my studies. We decided to go out and enjoy the unusual warm weather that we were having and go for a walk. As we walked toward a community park near the campus, we were talking about our classes when a commotion amongst a group of people caught our attention. As we looked toward the group of about, 4 or 5 people, something caught my eye, and I looked up to see this thing fly overhead. It looked like a man with wings. He flew about 10 to 12 feet above us.
That's not very high.
That's not very high. That's like one stick of EMT conduit, 10 foot.
Precisely.
And was perfectly silhouetted against the evening sky. Do you think the Mothman wears clothes?
No.
No, right?
Maybe some sneakers.
Some sick Nike Airs, maybe.
Oh wow, the off-whites.
Off-whites that say shoes in quotations.
That's not what they say. What do they say on the side? They say air in quotations.
Air in quotations. Maybe step your game up, Off-White, and say shoes.
On the shoelaces, it says shoelaces in quotes.
That's pretty sick.
Pretty sick.
But the Mothman already has those. That's all he wears. You're telling me that the sun was, it was.
I don't have a son.
Your son has been napped. Jacob, you need to find him, but that's not what we're talking
They
about.
can have him.
Oh my God! Jacob doesn't have a
son.
son. That's just
I don't even know what a
bullshittery.
vagina looks like.
He doesn't even know. He doesn't even know how babies are made or sons are made.
They
That's
just
a
come out of
different
bushes.
process. It's a different process to have a son and a different process to just have a baby.
Well, yeah, because sons are stars, duh.
Yeah, you have to literally be holding a football while you're banking in, is what they call it.
From the side? Or what? What are we talking here?
You have to be cradling the football like you're running a touchdown as you one knee up, one knee down, and then proceed.
The way you said running a touchdown made it seem like you don't know what sports are. I mean, you weren't wrong. It's just the word.
Oh, I'm sorry. Do you do a fucking somersault touchdown? What do you do?
No, you just freaking. No one says running a touchdown.
What do they say, Jacob?
Say you're running into the end zone.
Jacob, I'm sorry. Do you I don't know, do front handsprings into the touchdown zone?
The end zone.
Do you I don't know, 4.5 skips forward, 4.5 skips sideways, and 4.5 skips to the left sideways into the touchdown arena area?
You lost me.
Can I just finish my damn silhouette joke?
Yes.
Damn it, Jacob.
Silhouette.
It would have been a good one.
Sil is a
Let me
wet
finish. Does he wear clothes? No, he doesn't wear clothes. He's hanging out in the evening time. It's a beautiful orange sun setting.
boy. Okay.
Silhouette of a winged man, no clothes. That boy is flying, and he's got like an extra stick, an extra leg in between his two legs. That's not a leg.
Does it also have its own little shoe?
It has its...
Does it? It has its own little kid-sized version.
Don't be ridiculous. The shoes are on the scrotum.
Oh, so it's got another pair.
It's got a pear on its pear.
That's besides the point.
It's a silhouette and it's beautiful, and he goes on to say that. In all honesty, it looked like an immensely oversized sugar glider. The kind I would see back home in Tasmania. Well, that's cool.
Where the hell do you live?
I live in the Looney Tunes, Tasmania Devil.
Whatever what does he do? He makes some noise.
Like that.
Okay.
It had the rough shape of a sugar glider, but its eyes were nothing like the soft eyes of a glider. Freaking beautiful, cute little baby sugar glider. They glowed red. We saw it for about 4 seconds before it disappeared. That was a fast flying guy.
4 seconds, eh?
That's about how long it takes, huh? At first, I thought I saw a man in a hang glider. And I was like, where would that man have came from? A hang glider, huh? He didn't say that, I'm just saying that.
I was like, what?
Where would that guy have came from in a hang glider? But it was those bloody eyes that made me think otherwise.
Is that really what it says?
Bloody eyes.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know if they meant they had some blood in there, or like he's just a
red
Brit.
eyes.
Those bloody eyes!
It does in fact have red eyes, so...
I at first thought of ringing someone. Yeah, they're toads from Britain. British boys. I thought of ringing someone, but I didn't want them to think I had gone crazy.
Bloody mad!
Would you like to read another sighting, Jacob?
Sure, I'd love to read another sighting. Things began like any normal Friday night, filming a podcast, the best podcast in the world.
On film.
That's what we do. We film it and then we transcribe it via audio.
Audio only.
Technology's amazing, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Things begin like any normal Friday night. I and a couple of friends were going to go out and have a few drinks at a local bar.
Pub.
As I got to my apartment, I jumped into the shower, careful you'll slip, to start getting ready, while my roommate went to her room to get ready. I finished and walked out of the bathroom to my room and started to get ready to head out for the night. As I started to get dressed, I heard my roommate scream loudly. I dropped it out. Dude, that was pretty accurate. I think if this person was here to experience that screech somewhat,
He would say it was pretty
Holler.
identical.
it's pretty identical. Might bring back some memories. I dropped what I was doing and ran to her room to see if she was alright. I walk in to see her cowering in the corner of her room, white as a ghost and shaking. She was babbling hysterically, saying that something was looking at her from the window. I looked toward the window and I didn't see anything. But the light coming from the other apartments across the courtyard. I asked what she had seen and tried to tell her that she might have been mistaken. We live on the 3rd floor of a 5-story apartment building, and there is nothing outside the window but a 30-foot drop straight down to the courtyard below.
And a little moth that she saw. She saw maybe a little moth outside the window in the shower.
Oh.
She saw a little moth, but because she was just on that acid trip, she thought it was a Mothman.
Now we're accusing her of being an acid head.
Or a shroom lover. I don't know how drugs work. Proceed.
A shroom consumer. My roommate was
a shroom manufacturer on Manufacturer's Day.
A shroom snorter. My roommate was hysterical and scared out of her wits. Scared out of her wits. They took her to the living room and sat her on the couch. I did not like that voice. I then went to my room to put on a robe. Thank God. You were naked? No way.
Naked,
or a
man.
nightshirt, since I was only in my underwear. Dude,
Ooh.
is this a boy or girl? Because if it was a boy, dude, you go.
You go.
Hopefully you're ripped, so you show her what's up. My roommate didn't want to be left alone and actually followed me to my room and waited there as I put on my robe and joined her in the living room. That boy. After about 20 minutes of calming her down, she finally told me what she had seen in the window. She stated she was getting dressed, and when she turned to face the mirror on her dresser, she saw a pair of large orange eyes staring at her from the window. These eyes were attached to a creature that was staring back at her through the window. Okay.
I sure hope so.
Okay.
These floating eyes were directly beside a creature.
Listen, let me read that again. What an atrocious thing. She turned around to see two okay. So She saw a pair of orange eyes staring at her from the window. She turned around to see two brightly lit orange eyes staring at her. These eyes were attached to a creature that was staring back at her.
Attached. What a word.
How many times are you going to say that they were staring at each other? My friend lost it and started screaming hysterically and backed herself into the corner. She said she was filled with this overwhelming feeling of complete and total terror. She felt like the creature was looking at her as though she was prey. She said she felt like a rabbit that was about to be pounced upon by an eagle. You were inside.
What an
Stop
analogy,
being a child.
huh? What an analogy.
I tried to rationalize with her, but she said with what she had seen, telling her it could only be an optical illusion or maybe it was the jitters from a week of hard studying. She dismissed everything, saying that she had only seen what she had seen. As I sat there comforting her, my cell phone rang from my room. I got up and ran to my room and snatched from the dresser top and answered it. It was my boyfriend. And one of his buddies. And they were talking a mile a minute. It sounded like they were out of breath. As I tried to get him to slow down, I walked past my roommate. My roommate's open door. And to my absolute horror, I saw a pair of glowing red eyes looking through the window right at me! Exclamation point.
So it's different. They're not orange. They're red now? Huh? Make up your mind,
I know.
folks.
What the hell?
Were they attached to anything?
Or were they just floating orbs of eyes? They stared at me for 3 to 4 seconds before whatever it was abruptly left. Like my friend, I totally lost his scream and top of my lungs. Sprinted to the living room. My boyfriend was now screaming in the phone. What's wrong? What's wrong?
I was going to say 4 seconds she saw that thing. Isn't that how long the other person saw it? 4 seconds?
Yeah.
Coincidence?
He's a
I
poor
think
boy.
not!
My boyfriend told me when I saw him on Tuesday that a few students around campus, UIC, had been talking about a large bat that some people had seen on Friday night. A lot of people who spoke about it were spooked by it. I never figured that anything like this would or could be seen in a city as large as Chicago or a campus as busy and bustling as UIC. It totally makes me wonder what it truly was and if it meant us and harm. That's what it says.
If it meant us
they
and
forgot
harm.
the Y. And harm.
That thing meant me in harm.
He gave me an arm, but I already had my 2. I said give that to someone.
Who needs
Whatever
it?
you do. I was
What a
trying to be
good-
Dr. Seuss.
Sorry, dude, I ruined it.
You
for
did.
But that would have been good if this was a poetry podcast.
It would be excellent. That'd have been a banger, if you will. I'd have got many snapperoons from that.
Maybe what we'll do an entire episode that rhymes.
No.
Dude, like a freestyle podcast.
No, I'm just kidding. That sounds cool.
Go.
Home.
Flow.
Stove.
Huh?
That rhymes if you go like this.
I guess.
Orange.
Dormant.
Applejack. See? Everything
Nope.
sounds good when you're wearing a hood.
Alright, so
Dude, this is horrible.
I'm gonna need you to hit me with a truck.
Hit you with a truck one time.
So Jacob, I mean, this was a better story, I think, when it was a hopeless romantic of a man gonna be possibly hooking up with his roommate.
I completely agree.
That-
I was feeling for the man. I was like, wow, dude.
Wow, dude, she's totally into you. She made up this whole Mothman thing to freaking just get closer to you.
Mr. Hunter.
Yes, Senor Jacob.
There we go. Just like we rehearsed. I heard through the grapevine that you wanted to hear Mothman's story.
I did.
Now-
I did hit you up on my rutabaga vine.
Dude, that's how I heard it, through the grapevine. Now don't get it twisted. What we just read previously they were not stories.
No, it's more of encounters.
Those were encounters. Now granted, this story may or may not.
It's basically an encounter. Basically.
Yeah, this story may or may not be similar to those that we just read.
Or that we just blew.
Yeah, via encounter experiences. But hey, this one's from the magical, mystical. It's from this wonderful
What's the
website
website
called Reddit. You know?
Reddit?
Yeah, like you read it.
Oh my god, is that why it's called Reddit?
Probably.
Because you read it?
Have you read this book? Yeah, dude, I read it. This story is brought to us by the Reddit user, Musil.
This was brought by the Reddit user, Hamster Sounds.
No, that was me preparing. And it's called, Who Will Believe My Story About Mothman Anyways? I've been on Reddit for a very long time.
Now I just am experiencing all the things I need to experience in this world, and one of them things is Mothman.
But I'm definitely not typing this on my computer. I'm going to instead narrate this on my smartphone. Did you
start? Can we figure out where you started at? And where a Country Johnson was in here?
Huh? Country Johnson? Deborah! Deborah! Kyle! Make me those damn brownies, Deborah. Just kidding, I got the beats. You're gonna kill me. So.
I can't be following and subscribe to a cichlid boy. I'm sorry.
So I've not been on Reddit for very long. I'm going to be bold and skip the whole throwaway account thing, blah, blah. I read this in an accent, but I'm definitely not typing this on my computer. Narrating on my smartphone because I never want anyone at work to know about this. I'll explain why later, but to simply land the plane, I'm telling you. Who says that? To simply, and I quote, land the plane.
Honestly, Jacob, I need you to land the plane on this story because everything you just read, I don't know if it was important or not, but I sure as hell hope not because it wasn't English.
I land my plane and your mother. I'm telling you, I'm going narrating this on my phone. God. So that you'll forgive any grammar or typo
I don't
errors.
think that can just slide on in there, bud. You can't just say these jokes like that.
Why not?
'Cause you just literally called their mother a landing strip.
Your mother's my hanger. And I land my plane in there often.
Oh my god.
Okay, so trust me, typos and grammatical errors bother me more than they bother the average person, as I am a college professor in the Midwest, and it makes me crazy to read papers with multiple mistakes. Seriously, I really do teach, and I promise you that the story is true, and it's about Mothman, if you've ever heard of him, ? Maybe this is the wrong place for the story, ? Nonetheless, my older sister experienced the same thing I did one night during 1975 while traveling on the East Coast.
What an old guy.
Yeah, wow. I think I was about 10. He's not that old. Yeah, 60-something.
Why are you on Reddit?
Old boy? I'm just kidding.
Grandpa Red.
I'm not sure why it took almost 35 years to come up in discussion for the first time. Neither of us recalled choosing not to talk about what we both saw while parked overnight at a road stop in the hills of upstate New York. Maybe we just forgot? Not long after my mom died of an aneurysm. I was 14 and she was 15.
Jacob's eye. He said, aneurysm. He's acting like he heard a ghost. Go ahead.
Life from there forward was chaotic and crazy, and I was one sad human being. Back in the 70s, it was not uncommon for people to travel across the country each summer in their car or van. So naturally, my parents thought nothing of packing up their 3 children in a basic van with little more than one of those AAA trip tips you could get if you're a member of AAA.
Oh my god, I don't know what any of what he's saying
I don't know either, he's old.
Come on, old man, where did the moth come in here?
We traveled every summer, dear lord, I don't care. That's where it happened, upstate New York. My parents were cheap. So one night we were in the mountains of New York, stopped at a rest area that is basically a dirt and gravel parking lot. It was heavily forested.
This man is a storyteller.
My parents and my baby sister slept on the floor using the van as sleeping bags. So my sister and I are both laying in our hammocks. It's late and everyone below the floor is sleeping. Our heads are near the roof of the van so we can see directly out of the front window into the forest. I'm laying there just looking. I see 2 large orange orbs appear in front of the driver's seat. I know that no one is parked there because I peed in the woods in front of the van less than an hour before.
I know no one was there because I peed in the van an hour earlier.
Exactly.
I peed right in the van, right in the air conditioner hole.
Just for spite. Because their van was cool.
Mm-hmm.
What a dick. I laid there silently trying to figure out what the heck it was. I even looked out the rear of the van. We had tie-up curtains in our van, but it was so completely dark out that our parents didn't consider closing the curtains.
We had pastel curtains.
Dude, this man loves to talk.
An almost aquatic blue curtain. What the hell does this have to do with moths?
Now at this point, I'm not sure if my older sister's sleeping in the hammock next to me. I'm just looking at these orbs, and frankly, I'm not too terrified to make a sound. No, I'm too terrified to make a sound, sorry. I start to make out the outline of a massive head. It looks like whatever it is standing on our front bumper. I move beyond terror and muster the gumption to start to cry. To my surprise, my older sister is awake and starts crying along with me. I begin calling for my mom. Internally, my mind is wondering whether what I'm seeing is scarier than the spanking I'm gonna get for waking up my parents for nothing. And I quote, "My mother is not budging, but neither is my dad. At this point, I would be okay with my dad yelling at me for waking him up. Maybe it would scare this thing away. I start hollering louder, calling for both of them to please wake up. Both remain sound asleep.
Please wake up! There's a Mothman.
There's this large penis with wings looking at me through the window, Mother.
It's a flying cock.
Mother! Both remain sound asleep along with my baby sister is sleeping between them. My sister joins me in calling out to both of them. The front driver's doors open.
Oh no.
But the dome light does not go on. Whatever it is, it moves into her car and is seated in the driver's seat.
It just proceeds to go almost put that boy in ignition?
This is kind of creepy.
It is.
I can clearly see an outline of it, and it turns around and looks at me. Who's ready for a road trip? That's what he says.
Oh my god, I thought that was in the story. Who wants to go to Disney World?
I would say, who wants to go to the Shadow Realm? Oh god. Dear Lord, this is low-key creeping me out.
Also known as Disney World.
Yeah, same thing.
The Shadow
Mickey
Realm.
Mouse is, he's not a boy in a costume, let me tell you that.
That boy is a demonic rat.
Dude, yeah, and he'll freaking eat your toes.
Mickey Mouse, a toe nibbler.
Disney, sponsor us. I would say that the orbs of its eyes...
His wife eats your hands.
Oh, God. Good luck getting away with no feet or hands, bud. How are you gonna open a door?
You don't want to know what Goofy does.
He sews your mouth shut. Oh, God.
And the Mothman just flaps his wing and watches.
And then freaking Donald, I'm not even gonna speak of his actions, quacks you right on up. I would say that the orbs of his eyes are as big as grapefruits. What's funny about that?
Just picture his eyes are grapefruits.
Dude, what the hell? How do you see with those things?
What are you doing with those eyes? He just starts peeling his eyes.
My older sister and I both react the same. We roll out of our hammocks, almost in sync with one another, and free fall, slamming on top of each of our parents.
Does it say hammocks and not sleeping bags?
It says they're sleeping on hammocks above their parents. So how they're set up here is their parents are sleeping on the floor in sleeping bags.
Uh-huh.
And they're sleeping on top in hammocks.
A bunk bed almost of hammock to floor ratio.
Precisely.
Oh my god, why?
Their parents were cheap. That's what he said.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Very weird. I don't like it. Neither parent stirs even a little in spite of being slammed into in the middle of the night. No matter what.
None of our parents moved despite being body slammed in the middle of the night.
By a free-falling child from approximately 4 foot above them.
The freaking, the foot-pound ratio of the velocity of their fall, they're just... They must have took a freaking 2 melatonins.
Dude, they're popping Xannies and freaking drinking lean late into the night.
I guess so.
Said that is a hard freaking travel day.
These kids are terrible. Let's pop some Xanos.
They were snoozing. No matter what, I can't wake anyone up. I remember laying next to my mom and crying, and then everything goes blank. My next memory is waking up in the morning next to my mom and practically squishing my baby sister and being scolded by my dad for being on the floor instead of in my hammock. I am certain nobody woke up that night, but here's the thing. The front driver's side door is cracked open in the morning. My parents accused us of getting out of the van in the middle of the night to go pee and forgotten to shut the door. I never left that man that night.
I never peed, Mom.
I never left that van that night is what he meant to say, but it says man.
I never left that man that night? Oh,
yeah, that's what he said.
Little child.
Oh, wow.
But the thing is, if he never left the van that night, I thought he said he freaking pissed.
Well, that was before they went to sleep.
Nope, I knew it. I knew he peed in the vent. I knew it.
You chloroformed your parents with your piss.
You freaking did so much ammonia in the ducks.
There's just ammonia and ducks, like the quacks, the quacker boys.
You just stuffed a bunch of ducks in the ducks.
Dude, you dick.
You stuck a bunch of dicks in the ducks.
Plus, I am absolutely certain the doors were not only shut, but were locked when we went to bed that night. I don't know what exactly I saw, but I researched. My best guess is that I was experiencing what is referred to as Mothman. My sister has told me that she concurs with me.
That means agrees. That means agrees.
I thought it was a type of frozen dessert.
Concurry dough ice cream.
Frozen concur.
No, that's what you freaking patch the sidewalk with is concur.
Conquer.
Conquered. What's the sidewalk made of? Conquered.
Conquered. My sister has told me that she concurs with me. I feel foolish. I am a scientist, yet I know what I saw, and I'm not the only one that has seen what I saw. The first time we talked about it, my talented, artistic older sister sketched what she saw. I know I saw the same thing. That's my story. It's 100% true. I am not a budding young writer, just someone who wants to share her story and hopes that I thought this was a dude the whole time, and hopes to share her story and hopes that I might gather more information from those of you reading this. So let me know, and thank you. Dude, sick story.
Dude, very descriptive verbiage.
And it was a female the whole time.
I legit thought it was an old man. I'm sorry, you're not an old man. You're a lady.
You're a very nice young lady. It was a pleasure to read
your words.
Yeah, your words tickled my tongue.
Your words. You couldn't see this, but Jacob's tongue was flickering so quickly the whole time.
Dude,
it was exciting him.
It was exciting. Why'd you say it like that?
Why are you critiquing me?
I want the best for you. Alrighty, Hunter.
Jacob.
Now, after devouring our brains and mushing them in with this content.
I'm sorry, devouring our brains?
Okay, devouring the information with our brains.
Okay.
That's what I meant to say.
So after plopping our brains on a fine china platter and physically going to town, smacking it, BBQ sauce that brain. Is that what you said?
This episode's freaking nasty.
Huh?
No, I don't know.
It's not nasty, dude. It's science.
We took a left turn right. But all right, after all this information we've devoured with our brains and smushed with our brains.
Really just sucked it on up with our brain knowledge.
Yes, and after the encounters we've listened to each other read, and the story at the end about the Van Moth boy that looked back at those children. Mm-hmm. Do you...
Very creepy, by the way.
That was a creepy story. That creeped me out reading it.
Very creepy.
Do you believe that the Mothman is real, yes or no?
Me?
Yes.
Oh. Well, normally you would go into detail of, like, after all of this stuff that we talked about, what do I think? This. That's what you did. But then you just hit up just to ask me.
Yeah. Threw you off there.
So, Jacob, we could end this episode by saying, yeah, this Mothman. But I think this Mothman has so much more detail to him.
Yeah?
He could be just a mistaken guy who was born that way with wings and freaking those sick Nike Airs. You know? That's the thing. He can't ever take them off. They're like part of him.
Okay.
And the detail in his furry wings.
Okay.
There's so much legend behind them flappers.
Okay. I'm following you here.
And there's so much behind the story of the Mothman and so much little detail of what he really is.
Right.
What I'm saying, Jacob, is that I don't know if the Mothman's real.
Whoa. So is that a no?
That's a very hard thing to say, but I think that's going to be a prove it, Mothman.
Oh, God, dude.
I don't believe
you have fun with that.
I don't see me seeing him, and I don't know if he's real. I don't know if I can get behind it. There's not enough information on him for me to really believe in him.
Okay, fair enough.
What about you?
No from you.
What about you, Jacolicious?
Okay, don't call me that.
I'm sorry. Again. What about you?
Don't you ever? No, I'm just kidding.
What about you? What about you, Jake or Spaniel?
Okay, that works. I like that name. What I think after reading all this information and listening to this information read by you, I believe that the Mothman, like you said, it's a legendary creature. Everybody knows, at least, has heard of the Mothman. I definitely think it's something, but a moth creature, like a Mothman hybrid, if you will, I don't know about that.
I mean, how would the reproduction sexy time process go on that?
I don't think it would at all. That's what I'm saying.
I mean, would a moth impregnate a woman, or would a man just straight up bone town a moth?
God, I don't want to visualize any of those. Dear God.
Well, I don't know. I mean, how else would it happen?
If anything, this boy was just a one of one, and he died. Because I haven't really, all the encounters were from a while ago, right?
I think so.
I think if it did exist, it's dead by now. So I'm gonna have to give this one a maybe at one point.
A maybe at one point?
Maybe at one point, or maybe it's just... Yeah, I don't know. I can't lean either way here.
Well, because the thing, it's like, it could happen, but there's just, like, all the other crazy cryptid legends. There's so much, like, info. And this guy is just, it's a moth guy. Moth guy. Hello, my name is Moth Guy. There's not much to him, you know? So
it's still a maybe for me.
Still a maybe? So
that's pretty much a no. It's not a yes.
Not a yes. So it's a no from me and a maybe from you.
Yeah.
Maybe it's up to you guys to decide. What do you think about the Mothman? Is he real? Is he not real? Is he a maybe?
Comment on this post on Instagram. There's a post on Instagram for this podcast that the Mothman one is what I'm talking about.
Yeah, the Mothman one. The one that says, hey, Mothman.
Yeah, you'll see a photo. Our Instagram's _podcast.
I need some more freaking enthusiasm, Jacob.
Again, no, I'm making sure they hear this loud and clear, sir.
Okay, I need more enthusiasm. Hold on. 1, 2, 3. What's our Instagram?
Our Instagram is _podcast. That is OFOF _podcast. We're really active on there.
Super active.
Comment on this post if you believe the Mothman is real or not. We'll hear you out. I'm indecisive about this one. I need your guys' help.
Try to convince him that it's real.
Where else can they find us, Hunter?
You can find us on Twitter and Facebook. Twitter @OFOF Facebook, Only Friends on Friday on Facebook. And how you listen to us? I don't know. Also, let us know how you like to listen to us the best. You can subscribe on iTunes, follow us on Spotify. Also, got little crazy audio videos. Just I mean, not really crazy as much as just a plain ass audio on YouTube. Subscribe, Only Friends on Friday on YouTube.
Eventually, we will post videos on that channel. So
eventually.
Okay, so it is October. If you haven't heard by now, we've started up a Patreon. And pretty soon we will be posting our first bonus episode. And if you're wondering what that is,
I guess you'll have to find out on our Patreon.
Yes, it's
become a Patreon-ite. Nope, become a Patreon. Isn't that what it's called?
of supporter.
Yes, we'll be posting 4 bonus October Scary Time episodes on our Patreon only.
Yes, and they will be, about the traditional, spookmans, if you will, the October frights. So yeah, they will be exclusive to our Patreon supporters who pick that tier, of course. Yes.
We got some goals. We're trying to expand this podcast, and we need your support on that.
Trying to get some merch out to you boys.
Yeah, eventually some merch town.
And how you can help us out even more is send us a picture of your mom's credit card.
Yeah, real quick.
And the numbers on the back.
Numbers on the back. Don't forget the expiration. And security numbers, CVV.
Exactly. Alrighty, sir. I think that about wraps this one up.
I think that wraps these moth wings to town.
Yes, sir. And we are Moth Boys.
Moth Boys flying through the city, which also makes us City Boys.
City Boys, we've made it.
We've made it. And hey,
you.
How is your mom?
Tell her we miss her.